guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Allie. Yes, I am filming in my bedroom. I have two beautiful kids out there that are enjoying some TV time and a little bit of lunch. So I kind of wanted to go somewhere where it's a little bit quiet as I start filming and things like that. So like I said, my name is Allie. I have three beautiful kids. Well, 3.5. And I will get into that. I also have an amazing fiance. Here is a picture of our family. So that is our family. My fiance's name is Brian. And as you can see, he is not here. He is a fire medic for our neighboring city. So he is working today. He works 24-hour shifts. He does an amazing job with what he does. I mean, everybody at the station that he works with does an amazing job. And I do just want to take this time to applaud and thank every first responder out there and for their families. You guys, I know my fiance can be gone for 24 hours and it's hard for us. I can't imagine what it is for them. And the things that they see, like, they see a lot more than what we see. I mean, you guys, they see car crashes, but they get to see everything in that car crashes. They've seen, I could go on about it, but they see a lot more than we do. And I just applaud them for everything that they do. They don't get to take time off. They don't get to have holidays off. And, you know, they make a lot of sacrifices for us. And, you know, anyways, thank you guys so much for what you do. All you first responders. And even for all of our soldiers out there too. Thank you guys so much for what you do. Anyways, so enough about that. So like I said, my name is Allie. I am a mother of 3.5, sometimes 4 kids. So let me explain about that. I was married back in 2015 to this amazing man. And he had a daughter who became my stepdaughter. I was 19 when I got married, so I became a stepmom at 19. And with him, I was blessed with 2 beautiful kids. And they're my oldest. They're the ones that are watching TV. And unfortunately, he ended up passing away due to addiction. Just flat out let it out there. You know, addiction just sucks. It sucks for the families. It sucks for that person going through it. And unfortunately, we were the ones that had to say goodbye to him and had to see him struggle. But anyways, I still see my stepdaughter every once in a while. Our relationship has actually grown tremendously and has blossomed. And usually a lot of people can see that fading away, especially after a passing like her dad. And for us, we've always just been very close. Her mom and I have always been very close. I'm very grateful to have a relationship with her mom that allows her to come up and still see us and gives her time and to spend time with her siblings. So yeah, sometimes, so I say 3.5 because she is part of our family. And we see her every once in a while. But yeah, she's a beautiful girl. 13, I can't even imagine. I was not ready for a teenager, let's just say that, but she is a true blessing in our lives. Fast forward, I met Brian when I worked at a local hospital, and he was just my best friend. He was the person that was there that I could talk to about anything. He was just always an ear when I needed him. And after my husband passed away, he was there to allow me to open up when I didn't know how. you know, when you're married to someone who is struggling, it's so easy to put yourself on the back burner, all your feelings, all your needs, all your wants on the back burner, and focus on him and focus on your kids and everything else that's important, and you make yourself unimportant. And so when my husband passed away, I had to learn how to make myself important, and it was hard. Like, I hate emotions. I hate bringing them to the surface. And Brian kind of forced me to deal with my emotions. And I'm truly grateful to have had him during my walk of grief, because I wouldn't be in this amazing spot if it wasn't for him and other people as well, for their love and support. And seeing that my kids had lost their dad, he really took on that dad role to the fullest. He loves my older two as his own. He treats them as his own. He's just an amazing person. He's an amazing father, and I wouldn't have want anyone else to be in my kid's life. With that being said, we also ended up getting pregnant and having our sweet baby girl last year. And she has just been a blessing to watch grow. And it's also been fun to watch Brian grow as a father from a newborn stage all the way to our 6-year-old, soon to be 7-year-old. And adding on to that, so we're getting married in 3 weeks. I'm super excited. It's our second chapter. It's my second chapter. It's my kid's second chapter, and they're so excited to have Brian officially become part of our family. So we're just so excited to be able to tie that knot in 3 weeks. And with that being said, the real reason why we're starting this vlog, right after we get married, okay, well, maybe not right after, like maybe a couple weeks after we get married, we are starting our journey to adoption. So backstory in the whole adoption. When I was 3.5, I was adopted from the Philippines. I was adopted into this amazing Christian family. I love them to death, and they're just my role models, and I definitely wouldn't be the godly Christian woman that I am today without them. I wouldn't have such a caring heart towards those that are struggling without them. You know, they showed me how every child can be saved. So as I got older, I wanted to give back to the Philippines. I wanted to give back as like a big thank you for providing me with such an amazing family, for providing me life. Because let's be honest, if you guys don't know much about the Philippines is such a poverty country. There are a lot of kids on the streets. There's kids selling themselves. There's kids starving. And the truth of it all is, I was one of those kids. I was a kid on the street starving. And it wasn't until somebody had noticed me as a baby on the street and called the authorities, and the authorities had to force my mom to give me up, because my mom was nowhere near. And it's such a sad situation. But as I look back, I'm very grateful that I was taken out of that situation. But there's a lot of kids that aren't. There's a lot of kids that are still stuck in that situation. And it's so sad. I wish I could save them all, but I can only save one for now. Brian thinks I'm going to take home 2, but we'll see. I think for now I'm just going to stick to 1. Anyways, so as I got older, I really wanted to get back. And one of the biggest things that I felt led to do was actually start an orphanage back in the Philippines. Now, as amazing as that sounded, and as I thought all the signs were there from God, when I met Brian and I brought that idea back up to him, we ended up meeting with one of my closest friends, who run a organization called Threads of Hope. And it's such an amazing organization. You guys look it up. Honestly, support them, because all those, like, that money goes back to families over in the Philippines to keep kids off of the streets, to keep kids from selling themselves, to help feed those families, to help educate those kids. So honestly, look them up. Threads of Hope. They are friendship bracelets, friendship necklaces. They have bookmarks. They have a lot of stuff, and it's definitely worth checking out. And these are all made by families over in the Philippines. So we met with them and we talked to them more about this amazing opportunity that I thought was an opportunity, only to find out it wasn't going to be that easy. I don't think you guys understand, like, trying to start an orphanage over, like, in a different country is not as easy as trying to start one here. You know, every country is different. Every government is different. And unfortunately, over in the Philippines, there are just a lot of steps that you have to take to start an orphanage. And on top of that, I would have to be there full time. We would have to be there full time. And that wasn't doable for us. So we let it die down for a little bit. But we knew we still wanted to get back some way, shape, or form. So after we had our baby girl, Kaylani, I looked over at Brian and I said, I can't give you another child. You know, my body can't go through that again. My mind couldn't go through that again. So I know for a lot of you women that have had babies, you guys know it is an emotional toll. It is a physical toll, and it's a mental toll. You know, our bodies go through a lot, hormonal wise, physical, like mental. And as much as I wanted to give Brian another kid, I couldn't do that. My body had gone through a lot. I was mentally exhausted. I was emotionally exhausted. It was, the truth of it all, my third pregnancy was my hardest pregnancy. There was a lot of emotional things going on. There was a lot of mental things going on. And I struggled a little bit physically, but it was a lot. So when I looked over at Brian and I said, I can't do this again, the first thing he said was, that's okay. I don't want you to do this again. Let's adopt. And from there, my heart just melted, because to have someone understand what you just went through, and to acknowledge the fact that they don't want to see you go through that again meant the world to me. But to also say, hey, here's another option. And given he knew I wanted to get back to the Philippines, so this was our opportunity to get back. So we are going to be adopting over in the Philippines, and you guys get to be a part of that. I know this video is just a little bit longer, so I'm sorry about that. I'm hoping that all the other videos won't be as this long. But yeah, so you guys get to be a part of that journey. And I'm so excited. You guys get to see all the excitement. You guys also get to see all the struggles, because honestly, life is not easy. It really isn't. And I feel like a lot of us do a great job at hiding all the hard things that happen. And the truth of it all is, we are a family that doesn't hide anything. We like to be very open with everyone, especially with our struggles. And so you guys get to see it all. And yeah, so come with us on our journey. You guys will also get to be there for our wedding, get little snippets of our big day and that whole week, because it is a full week of fun with our friends and with our family, and we are very excited. We have a lot of things planned. So yeah, I hope you guys can subscribe and be a part of our journey.